Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. It's been a couple weeks since I've come to you guys live on a Wednesday, so thanks for all your patience, and I hope you will join me today. Before we get to the project, this is what we're making today. This is super cute. It's a little, I'm calling it a little Kit Kat pouch, but it is super cute. You could definitely customize these for any holiday. Mine is Halloween themed. It's time to start those Halloween projects, believe it or not. But this one is super cute. You could definitely make a ton of these. There's no adhering, there's no trimming, so you're just scoring and putting everything together, and it is super cute. So we're gonna make this. This is like gonna be my, I think I've made 22 of these so far, so I've already made a ton of these, so they do go together very quickly. So we're gonna make this one. Before we do, let me just go over a few things with you. Paper Pumpkin, I don't have my sheet in front of you, but today is the very last day to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. So if you want August kit, you need to subscribe by today. So make sure that you head to my Paper Pumpkin page, or head to your Paper Pumpkin page, more like it, and subscribe. All right, August card crate. This is my class to go for August. It features the Ringed with Nature bundle. The last day to RSVP with payment for this one is going to be this Friday, August 12th. So if you have not RSVP'd yet for card crate, make sure you do that by August 12th. Card crate includes 4 cards. These are gorgeous cards, by the way. And you get $20 in product. Card crate is $35. You get $20 in product. It is such a good deal, and the cards are so phenomenal this month. I just love them. This bundle has been so much fun to play with, so check that out if you want the Ringed with Nature card crate. The link is in the video description. You can check that out, and make sure to subscribe or purchase that card crate by Friday. Payment has to be received by Friday. All right, Celebration. I don't have my catalog here, but Celebration, we have more stuff to earn for free. Stampin' Up! Last week released 10 extra items that you can earn for free, in addition to the ones that are still available in the actual Celebration catalog. So there's some really good things on here. Lots of dies, embossing folders, some metallic paper. So really, really good options here. So make sure that you check this out. You can earn these free through August 31st or while supplies last. All right, Celebration is also a great time to join. And when you join Celebration, you get some demonstrator, or when you join to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get some demonstrator perks. This is a promotion that is coming in September. This is the Perfect Partners promotion. We have 6 stamp sets in our annual and mini catalogs. In September, those stamp sets are going to have dies. So these are going to be exclusive dies that are only going to be available for a month. This is my favorite one, this little birthday piggy. Those dies are so fun. I've been playing with those a little bit this week, and they are so cute. So, but as a demonstrator, or as somebody joining to be a demonstrator, you can actually put these things in your starter kit. So if you want to get a jump start on this promotion, if you love some of these stamp sets and want to get these dies now, you can join and put those in your starter kit. Joining is easy. It is $99. You get to choose 125 in product, and during Celebration too, you're also going to get that gorgeous Making Memories planner kit, which is fantastic. An 18-month planner, 3 notebooks, and that stamp set. So fantastic deal. If you are shopping, however, make sure you head to my online store. Use this host code. This is August host code. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 more, you're going to get that Celebration product of your choice, and you're also going to get the Make and Take kit to coordinate with that PDF. I'm going to mail that to you. All right, guys, let's get to our little treat. Isn't it cute? We're actually going to do the actual pouch part first. It is easy. I told you guys you can make a ton of these in no time. These would be great for trick-or-treaters, or if you were making a bunch for an office or a school or whatever. These are great, like, you can really make a ton of these in no time. Plus you get 4 per sheet, so that's always a benefit. All right, so your cardstock, I'm using Parakeet Party. You need a piece that is 4.5 by 3.5. And we are going to score it on the long side, on the 4.5 inch side. We're going to score it at 2 inches on each side. So 2 inches here, turn it all the way around, and then do 2 inches on that side as well. And that's it. That's all the scoring. And we're not going to do any trimming. We're not going to do any of that. So, all right, grab your bone folder though. Make sure you give some crisp lines here. That'll make your pouch go together. So this is pretty much your little pouch. That's it. I'm telling you guys, this one is easy. You could definitely make this one. Let me grab some adhesive. Now I have a piece of DSP. This is 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. And this is the black and white designs, and I'm using the stars for this one, but you could use any of those patterns in that pack. You could really use up a ton of it. All right, so that's pretty much it. We're gonna stick our Kit Kat in. These are the Kit Kats I'm using. These are the like the Halloween ones. I found these in a giant bag with a bunch of other candy at my Sam's Club. So you can look for these. I did have these. I found these in last year too. This Kit Kat had the same one last year. So you know, they'll have them again maybe closer to Halloween. Although lots of stores are already putting out their Halloween stuff. So I just put a little tiny dab of glue there just to kind of hold this in place. You can also just use a glue dot, but we're just going to set that down right kind of along the edge right there. And that is pretty much our you know, I got to take this off for just a second because we need to just punch our holes. But that's pretty much it. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to just kind of eyeball center. And I'm just using your standard hole punch. And I'm going to punch on one side. And then I'm just going to line it up and punch on the other side. If you have something more substantial that can go through 3 layers, you can just do it all at once. Just kind of pinch it closed and do it all at once. Again, I've made like 20 of these. So again, I know that my punch will not go through all 3 layers without hurting my hand. So I like to do it just in two sessions, and that's fine. All right, now to keep our little treat box closed, we are going to use this iridescent trim. This is with the, I think it's with like the Santa Train suite of products in the mini catalog. So it's kind of classified as like, I would say, a Christmas product, but I thought like the shine you get in here, it's kind of like this Parakeet Party, and it has like this little purple shade too from the Kit Kat wrapper, and I thought that was just like the perfect accent for this. I thought it went really well with this Halloween project. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit of this, and I'm going to tie it at the top, and this will just kind of secure it all close. I'm going to tie it nice and tight, give it a big loopy bow so that when your recipient unties it, they can retie it. And just trim that. And there you go. I mean, that's basically it. You can, from here, decorate it however you want. So we're going to set this one aside, and we're going to do some stamping. I actually forgot to get out a scrap piece of white. So let me grab into my scrap piece and see if, hopefully that's big enough. Let's see. That's not going to be big enough. All right. I'm just going to have to get a bigger piece. All right. Let's do some stamping. So I am using the Best Witches stamp set. Now, I'm going to be doing some fussy cutting. Now, if fussy cutting is not your thing, you might want to go with a different stamp set, or just die cut a larger shape, a circle or a square or something, and just stamp that on, and then you can adhere that shape. So if fussy cutting is not your thing, there are always other ways to get around that. We also, in the mini catalog, have a really cute little witch hat, which I think would be really cute too. So you could do that one too. I always invest in at least one Halloween product, and this is the one that I loved this year, these little witches. So I don't have that little hat, but I do love it, that little hat punch, that witch's hat punch. It's so cute. So I'm going to stamp this in Memento. We're going to be doing some coloring with our Stampin' Up blend, so just stamp that in Memento. So cute. And I'm going to put that one aside. And we're going to do some coloring. So I have lots of Stampin' blends here. We'll start with her hat. So I'm going to use my basic black Stampin' blends. Now when I color with basic black, I usually like to pull in some smoky slate because the black it's very dark. But for her hat, I really wanted that darker shade. So I'm going to use the dark first. And I'm only going to use the dark in some small areas because it is very, very dark. So up here, so I just went on the very like point of her hat, and then right here above like the little belt of her hat, and then below the belt of her hat, just on either side. Just kind of so that the sides, the ends, look a little darker because her hat would be a round object. And so when you have a round object, the round part in the front is always going to be the lightest part. So that's where I put my black. And then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to blend that out with my light. And I'll just blend it out on this side, and then we'll just kind of meet in the middle. And the black is very, very, very dark. So if you wanted to pull in some smoky slate, if you don't want a really super dark black hat, you could definitely just pull in some smoky slate. And then I'm just going to do the same over here. I'm just going to do just pull it in, blend in, and then the middle is always like the last part that I shade in, and that will keep it a little bit lighter in the middle. And just up to the top here. All right, so that's the black part of her hat. That's my basic black, and all of these colors will be listed in my blog post when this goes up after. So let's go to the Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to basically do the same thing on her hat with the Blackberry Bliss. This is going to be like the little belt part, or the little ribbon part around her hat. So right in the middle, I'm just going to do a little bit on each side, kind of where that belt buckle would overlap. And then I'm going to do a little bit back here where it's going to overlap. And then on this side. And then here, I'm just going to do it just on the one side there. The left side is a very small side, so you don't have to do too much on that. And then just go in with your light and just blend those out. These areas are not as big as that big hat, so you can kind of get away with a little bit of less shading on those areas. All right, so that's her little belt on her hat. We're also going to do her dress. So her back arm here, I'm going to do some dark, and then under her chin, and then under her cape here, where it's overlapping, and just kind of around her hand here, because her arm will be overlapping her body, making a shadow. And then just to add a little bit of extra color on her dress, I'm just going to color the entire bottom part in dark. And that will just give a little bit of extra dimension on her dress. So that's it with the dark Blackberry Bliss. And then with the light, just go in and just kind of fill in all those spaces. And that will be her dress. Let me just fill this in. There is a lot of coloring for this, so if you were making a lot of them and you didn't want to color, you don't want to fussy cut, definitely just choose a different stamp set that's easier for you. When I do all of this coloring, I normally just stamp everything I need to stamp. So I just stamped, I think, like 2 sheets of these little witches, 2 or 3 sheets of witches, and then I just colored them over the course of 3 or 4 nights, just you know, watching movies or watching TV or whatever. So you don't have to, you know, color them all at once. Color them in your own time, do a little bit of planning ahead. And then I did the same thing with the fussy cutting. I took a couple nights to cut them all out. I didn't do it all in one sitting. So, but if you don't like fussy cutting, if you don't like coloring, then definitely don't do that. All right, so I used Daffodil Delight just to do that little gold buckle on her hat, and we're gonna do some more Daffodil Delight too. So I have pumpkin pie here, just the bottom of the little flames here, and then I'm gonna use my pumpkin pie. Or not my pumpkin pie, my Daffodil Delight again. I'm going to just blend out that pumpkin pie, and just that gives the flame a little bit more of a kind of a realistic kind of look. And with our black, we forgot to color the cauldron, so let me grab that. Now for that, I'm not going to do any blending. I'm just going to use the basic black light for that. If you wanted a darker cauldron, you could use the black. You could always do some shading. I wanted to keep it pretty simple because I wanted her to be the focus, not so much her little fire over here. Okay, so just around those little flames, that is the hardest part of the coloring, is around those flames. All right, and that's it. No blending on that one. For the little logs on the fire, I have some crumb cake here. So I'm just going to color those. No shading on these either. The only shading on that fire we did was on those flames. And I forgot her boots too. So dark black just for her boots. Light for the cauldron, dark for her boots, and then both of them for her hat. All right, I think we got all the black. All right, now I just used some dark Parakeet Party for these little bubbles coming out of the cauldron. Just kind of go over all of those. All right, now for her skin, I'm using the SU600. This is in the medium natural tones pack, I believe. It's linked on my blog. But I'm just giving her, just adding some color to her hands and then to her face up here. All right. And I'm not doing any shading on her face either. I've tried a little bit of shading with these natural tones blends, and I am sure that if you are a coloring expert, which I am not, you can get some nice, good shading. But I think that these tones by themselves are pretty good, and you don't necessarily need those. Oh, we're going to need the Parakeet Party again. All right, now for her hair, I'm going dark Cajun Craze. So she's got this curly red hair. So no shading on this one either. You could pull in the light if you wanted to, but I didn't think it was necessary because, again, I mean, we've already done a lot of shading on her dress and her hat, and that's what people, their eyes are going to be drawn to. All right, now finally for her cape, we're going to do some more Parakeet Party. So I have dark Parakeet Party here and her little cape over here, and then just right under her face and her head with the dark. That was the dark, and then we'll come in with the light Parakeet Party and just finish off that shading just like that. All right, so there is our little witch. Super cute. Again, if you were making a bunch of these, stamp them all ahead of time and then just take your time coloring them all. I went through and I did like all the Parakeet Party on all of them all at once. I just did one color at a time. Now, you will have to fussy cut this out. Like I said, there are no dies for this one, but I've already done that in advance. We have one already fussy cut out, so we just need the greeting now. And so we're going to use the greeting from that Best Witches stamp set. And I have Blackberry Bliss Ink here. And I just have a scrap of white here. This is probably maybe like 2 inches long, 2.5 inches long. And I'm just going to stamp my greeting toward the bottom of that. And we're going to trim this out. I just want it to be just the height of the word. So I'm just going to use my little paper trimmer. Let me move that out of the way. I'm just going to grab my little paper trimmer and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and trim it to the height of the words. You can use, if you have a label die or a label punch, you can definitely use that. I just wanted a simple little greeting, and this was the easiest way to do a ton of them all at once. So, all right, I'm going to trim this end, just a little angle, just to give it a little bit of extra. All right, now let's put this together. Let's grab some dimensionals. All we need to do is put this on. So I'm going to actually just cut a little piece of my border piece here for my greeting, and then we'll put some on the back of our little witch here. So super cute, just 3. I'm just doing 1 on her hat. But don't go all the way to the top of her hat because part of that will hang off. So grab your little treat and just stick that on. It's going to overlap that ribbon a little bit, and then your greeting piece here, and just kind of tuck that under. And that is your cute little Kit Kat holder. Isn't that cute? It's a really cute project. If you're making a ton of these for Halloween, this will go very quickly, and you can get kids involved. You can get a lot of, cut all the supplies in advance and then just do kind of like assembly line. Again, if you don't want to color or fussy cut, you look around your stash. I'm sure that you must have something that would work much simpler than all that fussy cutting. I know that the fussy cutting is not for everybody, and this is a more intricate thing to fussy cut. I do admit to that, but it is so cute. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I will be live on Sunday for another Celebration Sunday in my VIP groups. If you've not joined me in my VIP group, please do that. There's a link in the video description. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your crafty friends. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys on Sunday in my VIP group. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.